I know definitely that Kriti has to be comfortable in what she's wearing. It doesn't matter. I've got her the best of designers and international designers, and she wouldn't wear something for the design. I know things that she would not do. You know, as a stylist, you feel like no matter how much you're going to push for it, that's something that's just not her. A month later, everyone was like, "Oh my God, you know, Radhika is so on point with her fashion," and also I feel like when you do something this daring, I'm glad I did it because I fell for it. If you take something simple and generic to her, you know, she'll look at me and she'll be like, "I don't want to do something so generic. That's so like a patent, you know. No, not this." The length of the pant. For the first time, we had a pair of pants that were not short for Kriti's.
Hello everyone, my name is Aina Mehta and welcome to Pinkvilla. Today, I have someone with me who plays multiple roles when it comes to all things fashion. She's a celebrity stylist, creative consultant and also a designer. Joining me in a conversation is Sukriti Grover. Hi Sukriti.
Hi.
Welcome to Pinkvilla.
Thank you so much.
And as I said, you play multiple roles. You're a creative consultant, you're a celebrity stylist, you're a designer. What part of fashion happened to you first and how did the other things follow up?
Yes, it is definitely one thing leads to another. I mean, I started off working as a stylist, but I did have a brand at the same time, which kind of fizzled out at the beginning, and then I started something again, which Sukriti and Kriti must be knowing about.
Yes.
You know, we deal in festive organic wear. And yeah, so I did start styling, and that just happened on the way.
And you know, we know that Kriti has been one of your oldest clients and a dear friend. How do you think her style has evolved? Is there something that's drastically changed or something that has always stayed with her?
I mean, I think style is something which evolves for everyone. I think it's been an amazing journey to style Kriti. I love styling Kriti, and I think you know, what's the best thing about her? Like, I style so many people and everyone's like so obsessed with brands and all. Kriti can wear anything that she likes from anywhere. It doesn't matter. I've got her the best of designers and international designers, and she wouldn't wear something for the designer. She wears something she likes, and I think that's so amazing, you know, because she's not obsessed with wearing international brands, and she really supports local designers. She thinks that there's so much talent in our country. Like, you know, she's also an outfit repeater. You'll spot her in the same jeans, same t-shirts, and you know, she says it's important to repeat your outfits, so buying tons and tons of things that you don't need, which I think is fabulous. And with this whole sustainability reviving, and you know, being conscious about making your fashion choices, I think she truly believes in that, and you know, she's really making those conscious decisions, which I think is great, because these are the people who everyone looks up to. And I know definitely that Kriti has to be comfortable in what she's wearing. She's never going to go in something she's not feeling comfortable in. At least that we have reached that point, that no matter how glamorous the outfit is, no matter you know, what it is like, she has to be comfortable. And over the years, I think trying different styles and trends and silhouettes, I know her preference now. I know things that she would not do. You know, as a stylist, you feel like no matter how much you're going to push for it, that's something that's just not her.
What is like a no-no for her?
No, animal print is a big no-no for her. She hates animal print, you know, no matter how trendy it gets, and you know, it's just something that, you know, she looked at it and said, "Don't get me animal print."
And something that's her go-to?
Sweatshirts and tracks. Yes, if she could live in them, if she could live in pajamas, she would live in pajamas all day.
You've worked with Hrithik, you worked with Karthik. Do you enjoy styling men more or women more? And if you started styling men, how is that like experience?
So that's the time when I did promotions with Karthik for the film The Sonu Ki T2Ki Sweetie. At that point, you know, I wanted him to, he was like a young person, and I wanted him to have like this Gen Z vibe and be super chilled in tracks and hoodies. I enjoyed doing that. Hrithik, on the other hand, when I did his magazine covers and all, he's definitely more put together, you know, so you have to also grasp someone's personality, you know, and style them according to that. You can't make one person look like another. You have to understand someone's personality and dress them according to that.
So now that we have spoken about so many looks, let's have a look at some of your creations we have in our Pinkvilla style book.
I feel like this actually got a lot of attention because I feel like it worked for Kriti perfectly. This is an Alex Perry dress. He's an Australian designer, and we got paired it with like this multicolored heels from Kat McConney. I feel like Kriti, anytime in a short dress, looks amazing. This is impactful. It had a great neckline, a beautiful pop color, and the shoulders. So that's the great thing about Alex Perry. You know, I love the way he plays with color, and his clothes have great structure. You know, it's just the stitch and the fitting of it that's so impactful.
This look by Shruti.
If something is black, it's going to catch your attention. The minute you know it's black, it's going to be like, oh, let me see that one. Yeah. So for sure, I mean, this is something we had got customized for her. Okay. I think it was flattering. We gave her a great neckline. I still remember we had a really short timeline. She called me like 2 or 3 days before the event, and I was just like, I want to do something that fits her perfectly. So we got this customized for her. And it kind of matches her personality also. She's super edgy, so we gave her ear cuffs and like ring stacks, which were in gunmetal, and people wear ear cuffs, which I think went with it perfectly.
Does she like say no to colors?
No, I mean, I think she prefers maybe darker shades, it's true, but I don't think she's averse to anything.
This look by Karthik, I think it's a very old look.
Yeah.
It's only very old.
These promotions, it's been quite a while since we did this. Now when I'm looking at it, it's some like, I think 2015, 16.
Yeah. So you know, I think during Sonu ki TT.
Yeah. So now when I look at it, I'm like, oh God, this has been so long. But yeah, you know, so that's what I meant, you know, he was young, you know, and he was on point with Gen Z kind of styling, and I think, I actually kind of think he looks good, you know, in hoodies and something this cash. It suits his personality. It also suited his character.
This was like the talk of the town. This look was quite like, you know, we'd not seen it
know this went like, but you know, obviously this under boob top from jaywalking was quite like, I think it got, everyone was like, oh my God. But I think a month later, everyone was like, oh my God, you know, Radhika is so on point with her fashion. And also I feel like when you do something this daring, I'm glad I did it because I fell for it. But when you do something so daring, that's what I meant. Like, you know, you're trying to make a point, and you're trying to basically, you're trying to do something that's a little fashion forward, but it takes a while for it to get accepted, you know, and I feel like at that point it was the talk, but a month later everyone was like, oh, this underboob trend is such a big trend, and now we've seen it on so many people. So I'm glad it reached a point where it was like, oh yeah, this is super trendy. But I'm glad we did it at
But
that
what
point.
was Radhika's reaction when you got that top in front of her and she saw the cut?
Oh, she's fab like that. She loves to try new things, you know, and if you take something simple and generic to her, you know, she'll look at me and she'll be like, I don't want to do something so generic. That's so like a patent, you know, no, not this. The minute something is cool and edgy and is out of the box, she instantly loves it. So
you've also been styling Sanya a lot.
Yeah, she's a cutie.
Yeah.
But you know, that's what I feel like. Indian wear, I'm glad that we were able to explore with Indian wear, and she just looks so beautiful in Indian wear, and it just goes with her effortless, organic feel, you know, and she's this Delhi girl, and she instantly like has the right eye for the right kind of Indian wear. So I think that's been great. I think she's looked lovely through these promotions. Yeah, I actually loved her in this because I feel like it flattered her. You see, I mean, the length of the pant. For the first time, we had a pair of pants that were not short for Kriti. So, you know, she is so model-like, and this Lion Khan outfit was made for her, you know, this sari blouse, and I feel like it flattered her. The outfit.
And a belt to like cinch
her waist. Yeah. That was good on her. Cool. And this, I loved her in this. See, like, I feel like outfits like these are effortless, and it's just like, you don't have to try too hard to make Kriti look good, because Dressing her is a blessing. She's got this model-like figure. She's tall. It's rarely you ever put something on her and it doesn't look good. You know, I feel a lot of things. Her being so tall is anyways half the battle won. You don't have to work hard to make her look good. So even styles like as effortless as this stand out on her.
And lastly, this beautiful look Shruti Hassan is
So this is
wearing.
from Saisha Shinde. I mean, I think it flattered her, and also because keeping the dress was pretty and keeping her edgy nature in mind, we made sure we went with like wine lips and wine nails to add that edge, you know, to her personality. So that's what I mean. Like if you dress someone in this outfit, maybe like if somebody else had worn the outfit, I would have done more feminine makeup and more, you know, more clean, more romantic. But to suit her personality, we did a pretty dress and still made it edgy.
So before we let you go, I'm just going to ask you a few questions. We have this segment called No Breaks Allowed. Someone you haven't styled, you'd want to work with them would be?
Ranveer Singh.
Someone whose looks you DM to your friends?
Zendaya.
A trend that you can't really agree with?
Corduroy. I don't like corduroy as fabric.
An actor who you think needs a stylist?
Don't think anyone really needs a stylist. It's good to have your own style. I don't think you necessarily need a stylist.
Project that you loved working on till date would be?
You know, the first Bollywood film, I was actually, not the first maybe, but yeah, I was on Dhoom, and I think I just had a great time on that movie.
Are you doing some more films? Are you styling for some more films in the future?
Yeah, currently I am working on Ganpat. I'm styling Kriti for Ganpat, and it's an amazing project. It's got a very good script, so I hope it turns out well.
And now that I'm going to ask you a few questions, I need to tell you a color that pops in your head as I name all your clients.
Okay.
Kriti.
Pink, peaches, nudes.
Tamanna.
Color. She doesn't like whites. I know that.
Really?
Not really, because I think she feels color complements her more.
Ritik.
Ritik would be khaki.
Karthik.
Black, blue, grey.
That's more his
zone.
vibe.
Yeah.
Lastly, Shruti Hassan.
Black.
Yeah.
Like we just spoke about it. Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a few labels and you need to tell me who pops up in your head now. Airport look star.
Ranveer.
Red carpet diva.
Sonam.
Always on fleek.
Kangana.
Effortless.
Anushka.
And lastly, someone who killed their Maldives look this year.
Tough. Everyone I do Maldives. Janvi. Maybe Janvi.
Yeah, Janvi. We
Nice
saw
pictures,
Janvi wearing a lot of
Maldives,
looks.
yeah.
So with that, we come to an end. And it was so nice talking to you and chatting with you.
Thanks for having me over, Aina.
We hope to see you super soon.
Hi, this is Sukriti Grover, and if you like this video, please subscribe to Pinkvilla.